ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮೌಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮರ್ಚಿపోయి వదిలే నో ప్రాబ్లం మౌస్ ఒకటి So today session 8, okay, we are going to talk about www.Root and static files. Okay, let me first build the project and show you, and then we come back and write a notes. I'm creating a Visual Studio. Where I'm creating a new code. File, project, ASP.NET Core MT, sample root application. I'm using a HTTP and creating the project. Here, in the project Solution Explorer, I'm creating a folder. I am creating a listen carefully in the Solution Explorer, right click, add new folder, name the folder www.root. The moment when you make this www as a root, it will treat it as a global application where you can have all your images, PDF, documents, everything. Let's try to add certain images here. Existing item. Where to have images? I'm taking my signature is my image, and I'm also adding any one PDF saying that my BSc degree diagram, BECSC diagram. I don't want to show that to everyone. I'll go. I put my experience certificate in the automation area. That's it, right? So I added 2 PDFs. Sir, I want to serve this PDFs. Can I run the application? I'm running my project. When I run the project here, I can say Narendra.jpg. Sorry, signature.jpg. Signature.jpg. Will it serve? It is not finding the local host. The image is not finding. Why? Because you have to enable the middleware for this particular stuff. To enable middleware in the program.cs file, there before map get, you will use app.use static files. And then app.routing. Use routing. Only these two should be included. You don't need to do anything. What is the purpose of static files? Now, if you go here, go to definition. It is a builder, application builder, enable serving the static content of current request. Or you got my point? Now, if you run it, you see here, signature .jpg. Did I get the file? Did I get the image? Say yes, or no.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Similar way, I'm going to call the other document. What is that document?
PDF.
Now go to this. Paste .pdf. Now I'm able to get that experience letter in my image.
Yes, sir.
So purpose of use static file is to serve the static content. Purpose of use static file is to serve the static content. Under which root? Under which folder we have to serve the content? www.root. Or you got my point? So now, first point, to process static files, we need to use app.use static file method middleware, right? I told you everything is treated as a middleware. Under which folder this particular file should be served? These files are processed under a folder name called
www.root.
Right? Now, third point, before routing or after routing, you have to use the static file. What if I add app.use routing before static file? What will happen? Let's see. I can say it is opening. So it doesn't have any problem. You can add before, after. you can include use static file method before or after the use routing method, right? It will work. Now, fourth point, if I create my own static folder, what will happen? Let's go back, go to Solution Explorer, create a folder name called my root, and then I'm moving the signature from here, right? To see this, I'm not keeping that www.root. I'm creating under my root folder. Now I'm building. Run this. Sir, signature.jpg is not working, sir. Why? Because it is not under the folder called www.root. It is under the folder called my root. Okay, what if I change Narendra-experience letter.pdf, it will work. You see, if I change Narendra Babu underscore experience underscore letter dot pdf, it will also not processed. Why?
It is in www only, right?
Experience. Sorry, the name change. Something wrong. Let me
the
do
same,
one
I
thing.
guess, sir.
Rename. I can put the name as letter dot pdf. Now try to run. Say now it is processing.
Yeah.
But if I use signature.jpg, it will not process. That means that you need to configure this folder as a static folder in the builder method. You got my point? In the create builder, you need to use web application option. There you have to see web root path equal to, you have to specify the my root. You have to specify my root. Now you see here. So what I'm specifically saying that consider this my root as a project, one of the project source. One of the project source. You got my point? Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. slash signature signature dot img png, right?
JPG or PNG?
Sorry, jpg. See, it is serving or not?
Yes, sir.
Nitin, Suresh,
Yes, sir.
see,
Yes, sir.
I did two things. I created a root folder. I added two files. In the root folder, letter.pdf is calling and signature.pdf is calling. Now, if you call letter.pdf also, it will work. So that it is serving both. Now you understand how to configure the static file in your project.
Yeah.
Sir, this is fine. There is the another method, third way. The second way is scenario 1. I can, if scenario 1, what will be my scenario? What will be my scenario?
We can put our files into the
First point, I need to create a custom folder in my project. Custom folder name in my project. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
You can create. But we need to register the folder. Am I right or wrong? We need to register the folder under what method? Method. Am I right or wrong? Create builder method. What is your code snippet? This is your thing. Where to create this create builder method? Before build method call. Before or you got scenario. Now the final scenario, which is the second scenario. Sir, I have both folders. Now try to create, add new folder saying that project folder, project or my own root. I created a folder called my own root. Here I'm going to add one more file, one more image. What is my image? Signature is there. PAN card. Take a PAN card. Now, how many root folders I have? How many root folders I have, Suresh?
2 folders.
2 folders. So each folder has its own data. Now I need to if I try that PAN card dot JPG, it will not work. Other two will work, but PAN card dot JPG will not work. Why? Because I'm not registered that file, right? Did I register the file?
No.
No, right?
No.
Now you go here slash PAN card dot JPG. File is not serving.
Yeah.
Why? Because this PAN card is not detected. Because this folder is not become as a static folder or root folder. So I have to make this folder as a root folder. What I need to do, I write a small line of code. In the static, I'll tell you 2 minutes. In the static, you have to use new of static file option. You have to use new of static file option. There you say file provider equal to new of physical file provider. New of physical file provider. Under which you have to say what is my file provider name. One second. Here I have to use builder dot environment dot content root path. I have plus. I have to say what is my folder name here? My folder name is my own root. I copy that, paste here. I have to combine this data. So what I'm going to do, path dot combine. I'm going to use a method path dot combine, and I'm going to use this. Make sense? You understand what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
So what will happen? My static file path will give me the root. My static file path will give me the root as a file provider. I am specifying the one of the attribute of file provider. Now you go and see the implementation. You see, you will have an attribute called file provider. Now try to build it. Why this is not coming? It is suppressed internally. Okay, now go back. Build succeeded. Try to run. Now try to serve pancode.jpg. And how many ways I configured my static file in my ASP.NET MVC code? Suresh?
3 ways, sir.
So what are the way?
One is default www root folder. Second one is inside
What
builder.
is default?
www.Root.
Okay. What about second one?
Inside builder method, sir.
Inside builder, you are configuring the
Root folder.
static.
Start. Yes.
Inside builder, you are configuring the create builder. There you are going to have a web root path. That is one way to configure. What is the other way? Under a static file, you can create a number of root folders. Now try to create Narendra as a root. Now I'm going to create another root. So this is one of the entry question. How many static files can I create in ASP.NET MVC? I'm saying Babu as a one of root. Right? Here, I'm going to add one more image. What is my, because of mouse I don't have today, I'm facing issue here. Existing item. Then in the cog, go back to personal. I say all files. There I will pick any one image. What is my image? Let's take passport. I added a passport. Now save. Go to program file. Can I configure the same kind of static file one more? You can have n number of middlewares. There I'm going to say Babu. Right? Here I'm going to say Babu. Now build the project. Now run the IAS. Here I have passport 1.jpg. Enter. Why it is not configuring? PNG. Passport 1.png. Done. Here I can say letter.tf. It is working. I can say what are the things? Signature.jpg. It is working. I can configure n number of roots and n number of config files in my MVC project. All you need to do is you have to use this configuration. Is it a middleware? Is it a middleware? Is it a middleware code or not? Chaitanya,
Yeah.
Nitin,
Yes, sir.
Suresh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now go to scenario 2. We can create n number of custom folders. We can create n number of custom folders in a project. First point. Second point, in which we can hold n number of files to serve as a request. I got my point. For that, code snippet is simple. What is your snippet? You drag and drop the snippet, paste. I got my point. This is how you have to load the data.
Yes, sir.
So that's all for today. Tomorrow I'm going to start controllers. Tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start controller. See, till now, whatever I teach, that is more important to serving your web request. Or you got my point? What are the things we learned? We learned about routing. We learned about use routing. We learned about middleware. We learned about how to create a custom middleware. And we are also learned about custom middleware extensions. And we learned about folder paths. All these are most important topic in ASP.NET MVC core. These are fundamentals. If you are strong in this fundamental, next everything will be building logic. You are going to build the logic, that's all. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Next and all, what? You will create a controller, you will create a view, you will create a model. You are going to work with the logic of MVC concept.
Okay.
To serve this controller view model, the routing and folder path is most important. Why do we need to use a folder path? When you are rendering a view, that you are going to call these file paths, JPG images, everything, right?
Yes.
Clear my point? Suresh, Nitin,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
okay? We'll do tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.